4.3. Cinematic direction. Our final building block to making a perfect image for our book cover is what I'm going to call direction, where you need to think of yourself as a movie director and the director of photography on set. On a standard generation with MidJourney, it will generally create a picture of someone slap bang in the middle of the page, and it will be a head and shoulders shot of that person. Let's just have a quick example. Let's try the very simple prompt, a photo of a woman. Here you go, you can see what I mean. As the director of this movie, the first thing we can do is to move the camera closer or further away. So let's try some of these and see what happens. Let's try the prompt, a macro close-up photo of a woman, or even a macro close-up photo of a woman's eye. If we want to go closer, there you go, something really close up. And MidJourney very much works in this way. If we need to go close in, we need to be very specific about what we want to zoom in with. The same is true if we want to pull out a shot. Let's try a woman full-length shot. Here you'll see that some of the images aren't a complete full-length shot, but in the same way that we did with our macro shot, if we're more specific with our prompt and tell it what we want to see, it will have a better chance. So let's try a woman in high heels, full-length shot. That's not quite working, so maybe we need to say something about her hair too. Let's try a woman in high heels with long red hair, full-length shot. And there we go. At this stage, I'm going to give you another tip, which contradicts something I said earlier about always designing in an aspect ratio of 1:1. MidJourney will always try to fill the whole picture, so sometimes it's actually better for full-length shots to create in a taller aspect ratio, and then find our space for text with the editor. Let's have a go at that. Let's try the prompt, a woman, full-length shot, AR 1:2. Slightly better, but yeah, we can go into the editor and then create our space later. Let's right-click on the image, select More, and Editor, and then change the aspect ratio to 2:3. Scale down the image and move it to where we want it, imagining we're probably going to put the text on the right. And in the prompt box, let's put blank wall and submit. Go back to the Create page, but you'll see that is also a perfect way to zoom out an image for putting things into the distance. So we have complete control over how close or far away we want the camera. And what about control over the mood and pose of the actor, our protagonist? The simple answer is yes. We can control poses to a certain extent. Sometimes version 6 of MidJourney will get it wrong, mangle bodies if we're too specific, but at least give it a go. And more importantly, we can control the mood of the actor too. Let's try something like this. A photo of a sad woman with her head in her hands, or a photo of a woman looking powerful and defiant at the camera. Or one of my favorites, a photo of a Regency woman back to camera, in the distance the Yorkshire Dales. As I'm not really a fan of faces on book covers, I feel it spoils the glorious thing of readers imagining your protagonists in their own mind's eye. But it's great that with MidJourney we can think of our subject relative to the camera. I've seen it many times before, authors that have forgotten to pose or give their protagonists a mood to follow, which leads to rather drab and boring book covers. And we've already covered moods in the previous section, so it's worth maybe adding some of those emotional moods I listed to your actor for more engaging covers. Potential readers looking for a story to read always buy into emotional journeys, so don't forget to add that with your actors. Also, as the director of our own movie, we have control over the time of the day and the weather. Let's try a few of these. A photo of a woman at noon, a photo of a woman at night, a photo of a woman and it's snowing, a photo of a woman in springtime, a photo of a woman in a storm at night, or my favorite time of the day, a photo of a woman in the golden hour. So to recap this section, 1. We can move the camera closer and further away for our book cover as long as we're leaving space for our text. 2. We can tell our actors to do things and how to feel. 3. We can tell MidJourney what time of day it is, what the season is, what the weather is like. But before we close the book on these extra things we can add to our prompt, I've also dropped some other little tips I have in my back pocket when considering cinematic direction. Words that I sometimes add, you'll find a list below. And that's it for section 4. Yep, it was a short but powerful one, because the odd word here and there really does make a lot of difference to what MidJourney produces.